awards. These are our freshman through junior class here, freshmen, sophomore, and juniors. Our seniors are out doing community service. We'll give their awards during graduation. Um, I know that I've worked a lot with you guys, some of you more than others. And academically, I'm very proud of your accomplishments, guys. I really am. You've done a great job coming back from COVID. Don't like to use that word anymore, but that was hard. But you're coming back, and I do appreciate all your hard work. And every one of the teachers this year, they're going to present medallions and awards to each of you who has earned their medallion or the award. So we're doing things a little different, but I'm kind of excited to hear from the teachers. Again, they can be more personal rather than just reading the names. But what I want to start the program off with is back in December, we did district testing. And parents, those of you that are attending, we sent emails home, and they are offering tests to our students for district, and they compete in different subjects, and you're able to pick the subject. And so I have some awards from the district, and then also after they won a place first, second, or third in the district, they were able to go on to state. And we did have some of our students to enter into state and placed. And I will be giving the certificate. So when I call your name, guys, come up, please, and get them. Miss Lillian Osborne, third place, high school, Algebra 2. Good job. All right. If you don't mind, Lillian, just stay up here, babe, and we'll just let y'all line up. And then third place, high school, Algebra, Geometry, Alyssa Cottrell. All right, district, second place, high school creative writing essay is McCaden Chereau. Second place, high school geometry, Kevin Womack. Second place, high school physical science, Kevin Womack. Second place, high school political science, economics, Kevin Womack. Second place, high school accounting, Kevin Womack. All right, district testing, first place, high school accounting, Jahaziel Singayo. Second place, high school U.S. history geography, Jahaziel Singayo. First place, high school world history geography, Jahaziel Singayo. And then the state testing in high school world history and geography. He won first place in the state testing, Jahaziel Singayo. All right, let's give all of these testing state and district a hand. All right, thank you, guys. All right, now we're going to let Mr. Rob Miller present his award.
All right, awesome. So I had the privilege to be able to teach one of the 10th grade sections for Bible this year. So I have a few academic awards to give out and then a few fun ones, just a little bit personal with our class. So for the academic awards, let me pull my phone here just so you don't mess this up. For academic awards, in third place this year with an overall average of 99.68. Lily, come on up. You did a great job this year. Go. Second place this year, we had Kevin Womack. Come on up. Here you go. And then in first place this year, here, since I have it. In first place this year for overall academic excellence, Sharon Reese, you come on up. Here you go. These three and quite a few others did a great job this year, staying on top of all their assignments, of course, and continuing in their Bible memory. And we had a lot of great discussions this year. More awards. we all go down Sharon. If you want to stay up real quick, though, I have the Hard Worker Award for Sharon. She definitely in class shows her effort and hard work. That's this little tag for you. Yeah, so really appreciate Sharon for hard work, not only in the classroom, but also in sports and with her family and with everything else. Definitely shines. So I appreciate that with Sharon. Um, I have this kindness award just for someone with a lot of kind students here. And all of these awards really I give to multiple different students, but just those who stuck out to me throughout the year. As far as the kindness award in our Bible class goes to London Lewis. If you come on up here, London. There you go, London. Thanks, buddy. London would walk in a lot of days and start giving hugs to people. London's very kind, always asking how everyone's day is going. So I really appreciated that attitude this year in Bible class. So good job. Thank you. All right, just a few fun ones. I enjoy great discussions in Bible class. We had quite a few really good discussions based on the Bible this year and used a lot of Bible. I really appreciate good questions too, because not only does that help with good discussions, but also helps me as a teacher be able to explain a little bit better. So this year I have the Best Question Asker Award, and I have this riddles for kids, so hopefully they're not too childish or anything. But I thought it'd be funny. Cohen Allen was the best question asker this year. Come on up. Great job. Cohen asked quite a few thought-provoking questions that really led into some great discussions this year in Bible class, so I appreciate that. Enjoy your riddle book. May have a seat. The next one, I had to do this one every single day without fail. We were in the classroom up here at 503. I call this the Intentional Greeter Award. Come in and without fail, walk in every day saying, Mr. Rob, and like hold it out like he was a soccer announcer saying the goal, whatever. Every single day without fail. Ashton Dummett, I'm gonna give you the Intentional Greeter Award. One last time. That's a good one. So appreciate Ashton's attitude and always coming in with a great attitude, great spirit about things. So really appreciate you. Thank you. Awesome. I'm almost done, I promise. You might be wondering why I have a gallon of water. This is, again, just another thing in our class. Some other teachers might also relate to this. But I'm going to call this the Always Needs Water Award. Just almost like at least a couple times a week asking, can I go fill up my water bottle? I need to get water. I have like 10 different water bottles. Literally, I've seen 10 different water bottles from this person. But it's going to go to Miles Custer, so you're going to come up here. Hopefully that's enough to last you through the next couple weeks. And then since moving to Kentucky, I've never really had allergies. But man, I've had allergies since moving to Kentucky. I don't know what it is about here. And so again, this could go to a few people. So this is more just like a funny one, because it's not funny to have allergies. That's not like anything. But always needs tissue. I thought I'd get a box of tissues. Again, this goes to Cohen Allen. Cohen, the amounts of times, the amount of times Cohen would need to go to the back and blow his nose. Like, I mean, I get it. It's allergies, but we had a really great year this year, so I really appreciate the parents as well as the students in Bible class this year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Well, that explains some things for me. Why Miles has his hand up after his class saying, restroom. I really need to go to the restroom. Anyway, the Bible is very clear when it talks about giving honor to whom honor is due. Too often we just expect, but we don't go back and honor. Today is all about that honor. And we actually have added something. We'll give the first, second, and third place awards to everyone, but we've added something called brag tags. And brag tags are little tags that we'll be giving out in the different classes, and then you can stand up, sir, hold yours up there. That is my model there. He's going to give you that. So anyway, how did you get one? No, no, I'm just kidding. No, he got, notice I handpicked who I was going to pick on. But anyway, that's going to be a little memento rather than a certificate. that gets crumpled up in the bottom of the drawer somewhere. I think that this will be something that we can add to each year, and that is our goal. Again, it's important to realize that in all of these awards, we probably could give out another dozen for people that are so close in average. I have one award today that it was 2/100ths of a point. I went back and figured it 4 times to make sure that I was correct. Now, the person that didn't get that award will get another bright tag simply because I just could not let it go by at that. So let me begin, and let me just begin with Miss Danny's awards for English 9. First place award, English 9, is Emma LaPierre. Congratulations. Our second award, second place, Sean Krebs. And our third place award, Georgia McDowell. Okay. Next, we have the brag tags. I'm going to ask the following people. Well, no, we'll do it one at a time. Here we go. First one is Be Bold, and that goes to Elizabeth Mann. Miss Danny wrote, even on her bad days, she has a smile. Next one. Next one is Miss Jordan Fortner. She gets the award for positive attitude. She never complains out loud. Next. This is not going to work. No, actually, that's fine. Okay, next. Paige Haddle, come down. She's always willing to help. She gets the Teacher's Award. And last, down here, will be for excellence, Cheyenne Lingerfeld. Cheyenne gives her best at everything. All right, let's give all of them a hand. You may be seated. Okay, very quickly. 9th grade, my class. I didn't have any awards. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just kidding, guys. No, this is one of those that, I mean, you had to go back and make sure that you counted everything dropped this quiz grade, because if not, they're going to come to me and say, why wasn't I first place? Won't you, Lucas? Will you? No. Lucas, this is not confession time. Anyway. No, I'm kidding. No, you did well. All right, here we go. First place, and by the way, just so you know, these guys, and every class, the top 5, 6, they battle it out. They want to know, what do I need to make on the next test in order to be able to get this and that. Micah Songer, first place. Second place, not far behind, T.J. Kennedy. Then third place, Ava Holly. I have some brag tags for each of them. Not each of them, but the people that I give them to. Teague Parsley, come down. He gets integrity. Doesn't matter what he does. He's going to give 100%. And he's going to do it right and make sure it's right. Maya Andrews gets a student with leadership goals. Academically, I remember the day that I got a note from her one evening and said, could I look at the answer key to something they didn't even assign? She was working on that. So she gets student with academic goals. Harvey Hardin, positive attitude. Doesn't matter what happens. He's going to give you that smile of his. Everything's going right, but he's so adaptable in that. And the last one for that class, come on down, Lucas Sharon. Listen, let me tell you, that's for improvement. Look, all right, there you go. Hi, Mom. Yep. And seriously, for improvement from the beginning of the year all the way through, listen to this. He actually had a student next to him. It's going to remain anonymous. Where's Katie? Anyway, that would ask him questions on grammar. And, so he became the authority in the classroom, at least for Katie. No, actually, congratulations to all of them. I appreciate that. Most growth. Go. Yeah, go ahead. Lead out there. Somebody, go. Vamonos. All right, my first 10th grade class is my 4th hour class. You talk about a battle for the awards. They were up there. They actually challenged me. What about this? What about that? First place, Sharon Reese. I have an apology to all the teachers that when Sharon took the test there, anytime she took a test, she was 2 or 3 minutes late for yours, checking every answer. And then somebody that does the very same thing, Kevin Womack, 2nd place. Congratulations. Our 3rd place winner is Lily Osborne. Now for the brag tags. First one I'm giving out will be for a great student, somebody who just all the time is prepared, and anything that she hands in you could use as a key, just like you could for these 3. Again, average is so close. That is for Caitlin Whitney. He's already been recognized for, I don't know what you won there, sir, but anyway, Ashton Dummick, come on down. He's getting one for kindness, always asking. He was so kind that at the beginning of the year, probably until maybe March, no, it wasn't that long, he would ask, he said, you have 5 minutes left. I don't know if that was to just remind me to be courteous, or he had had enough of me, and it was time of the first. Thank you, sir. That's why I gave you that award. I was getting ready to take it back. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. Determination. This next award is to a young lady that she will stay and meticulously go through. She makes all kinds of hieroglyphic notes on her paper there that I don't understand. But Linnea Harris, come down. And I need to pick it up a little bit. My last award is for somebody that just simply works all the time, will call me, come over. But no, actually, just the opposite. He won't ask me, but I can tell if he needs some help or wants something, I can tell when that is. But he always gives his best. Keaton Goff. All right. You guys can go. Thank you. Goodbye. Vámonos. Hey, we have lunch today, so I'm trying to keep everything moving as much as I can. And I'm the one that sent out keeping it moving. My second English class first place award goes to Glory Sanchez. She is not here. She is already in North Carolina at this point. So my second place award goes to Mateo Colon. Third place goes to Cohen Allen. No. All right, now for my brag tags. You ready for this? All right. First award brag tag is to somebody that shows integrity, volunteers to help, and everything else. That goes to Sarah Condor. My next award is for kindness and concern. I believe if this young lady stepped on her own toes, she would apologize to herself. Ainsley May, come back. Sorry. All right. Next, sometimes everybody, you judge English and you grade papers and everything else, but then sometimes you get artwork with it. And my resident artist in that class is Patrick Rout, creative. My last brag tag is somebody that won't necessarily raise her hand, and we'll get it. I'm sorry, you people that are uh, out there and you don't know us and everything else, you got a lot to learn. Is for somebody who's very hardworking. She does her work, turns it in on time. That would be Hannah Smith. All right. All right. Here's my last one. And by the way, I want to thank Mrs. Lundy for assisting me. Otherwise, you would have gotten tags that said all kinds of things. What's that? Well, I sort of like, look, go ahead. You guys go sit down. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right, here it is, my last class, first year to teach this class. This was an interesting class, and we learned together. Here we go, rhetoric. And first place award goes to Waverly Kennedy. Now, you talk about close. This was close. And, each one of these kids could have gotten an award for a different thing, although you'd be here the rest of the afternoon if we did that. Second place went to Hannah Dion. And again, fractions of a point between these. And our third place award, Haley Crom. When you get to be a junior, sometimes it's difficult to maintain that smiley face all the time. I'm okay with everything that happens. But he did this. Positive attitude goes to Drew Robinson. Uh, Next one, for academic all-star, none other than Alyssa Cottrell. Everything she turns in, she does well on. The Teacher's Award, for somebody that's been adaptable, I watched her go through and we prayed for her. Some really difficult things where her basketball time was stunted by her injury, and we've given the Teacher's Award to Jazz Brown. You know, it really, I'm standing here thinking, it doesn't matter who gets in front of me. They're all taller than I am. But we're good with that. Two more. I've given actually an extra award. I'm okay. I hope, please don't fire me. But I gave an award for somebody that's creative. When she gave her speech, our whole board, all three sections were filled up with different things, and we appreciate her. The Creative Artist Award goes to Katie Sherrill. I've got one more. Yes, I do. All right, listen carefully. I'm others I bet gave this same award to this young man, but I cannot miss it for kindness, just helping out. He scared me the first time he did it. Somebody came through the back. They have to come through the back of my room, and he just bolted out of his chair. He was just going to hold the door for the person coming through. But that's what he does all the time. Tim Sowell. Okay, I'm done. Miss Lundy. Are you next? She is. Do you need any help? Okay, I've got eighth graders. I get to go see eighth grade now. No, I love eighth.
All right, I am two people right now, so I'm gonna. Haley, you want to come help me put these on people? Thank you, thank you. All right, right now I am Miss Jen. She is not here right now. So her first class that she had was physical science. That would be ninth grade. Our first place in physical science is TJ Canini. It's always a competition between just a few young men in this class. Number 2 won't surprise you. It is Micah Songer. For physical science is Sean. All right, and then she has some ragtags that somebody needs it. The principal's award she has given to Ava Holly. Academic All-Star for Lily Ford. What we call the swag tag, which is students with academic goals, goes to Paige Haddle. And last but not least, definitely this young lady certainly fits this one. The Kindness Award goes to Cheyenne Linderfels. All right, let's give a big round of applause to these folks. And I'll take the next group. Okay. Then Miss Jen had 2 sections of biology. We're going to do 10A first. 10A for biology. Again, we have this step back and forth. First place in biology is Womack, who's squinting over there. Second place, probably just by hundredths of a point, is Sharon Reese. And third place is Lillian Osborne. All right, Miss Jen's brag tags for Principal's Award. She has Mateo Colon. Academic All-Star goes to Jahaziel Singayo. Her swag tag goes to Malia Ponder. And kindness, this doesn't surprise me either, Sarah Condor. All right, round of applause for 10A here. All right, Scott. All right, second section of biology. I have to say, Miss Jen picked up these classes in October and did an awesome job with them. And seriously, we could give her a round of applause. That's place. All right, first place biology, Noah Villanueva. Second place, very quiet, but right there with him, Caitlin Whitney. All right, and third place is Linnea Harris. All right, her brag tag. She has Principal's Award for Ashton Dunn. Academic All-Star from Matthias Lamar. The swag tag, Students with Academic Goals, goes to Ty Autumn, Austin. And her kindness tag doesn't surprise me either. It is for Brandon Rushingell. All right, let's give these 10B people an applause. I have one. I'm sorry, I'm getting them all. All right, I had 2 Algebra 1 classes, but one of them was ninth grade, so we're going to start there. My goals in ninth grade, you will get not only a medal, but I gave you a math whiz brag tag. We'll go to Sean Krebs. Second place for me is Samantha Reschengel. My third place belongs to Jordan Fortner. I added a couple of brag tags so I don't just have 4. Sorry. A young lady who worked and then would even come up to my classroom after school to make sure she got the right answers or to get help. That would be Hallie Adams. She's a hard worker for me. The teacher's award for just being overall great and making my day goes to Emma LaPierre. There's one in there that says my teacher believes in me, and that goes to Georgia McDowell. Hard worker in my class, always getting his stuff done, getting it turned in, worried about making sure it's right. That would be Braden Parsons. My caring award, the one who always makes sure that everybody is okay, is Adeline Chereau. The gentleman that holds the door open in my class, makes sure my trash is out, and will pass out anything I need passed out, is CJ Smith. All right, first hour geometry. My first place for first hour geometry, these are 10th graders. Noah Villanueva. Silver right next to him is Caitlin Whitney. And I got the privilege of having this junior in my class, and I was so happy. Jazz Brown got third place. My award for good work in my class is Daniel Kidwell. My classroom helper, not only did he help me pass out things all the time, but he was often at other people's desks helping them to get their math done. That would be Matthias Lamar. Never give up. This young lady's been up and down all year and has had issues, but she made it through, and I'm very proud of her. That would be Kylie Overbay. My teacher's award for very hard work would be Brandon Reschengel. Sorry. Get these folks. All right, got to keep moving. Oh, did you find it? Kylie. Brandon. There we go. A big round of applause for Haley for getting put on the spot for this. Okay. This. All right, my 9th, 10th, 4th hour geometry. Gold number 1 is a 9th grader, Teague Parsley. And then one of these young men who's gotten all kinds of these already, Micah Songer is number 2. I have to say that I also have something for Glory, who's not here, but she certainly was in those top 3. My number 3 here is TJ Canini. My swag student with academic goals, would be Mr. Harvey Harden. My hardworking young lady who would not only go to me, but also her nanny and anybody else that could answer her questions so she would understand, would be Ava Holly. Heart. This one, teacher believes in me. I just want you to know that no matter what you're doing, I believe in you, Miss Aaliyah Schneider. And my student who had ups and downs did better in Algebra 1 than she did in geometry, but he never gave up, would be Patrick Rouse. And those are my 9th, 10th geometry peoples. All right, my last class, Algebra 2, had 10th and 11th graders in it. None of this will surprise you, but this first person that I have when he'd finish his work, he'd go from person to person and answer their questions because they always called on Mr. Kevin Womack. Kevin. So not only is he getting the math whiz, but he's also getting my classroom helper because I don't know what I'd do without him. My second place would be Lily Osborne. And third place is that bright young lady beside her, Miss Sharon Reese. My other classroom helper, who would always finish really early and then spent the rest of her time either working on something for another class or answering everybody's question, would be Alyssa Cottrell. Young man in my class who I could leave alone in the classroom, and I know that he would be doing what he's supposed to do because that's just his character and his nature. And he's always trying really hard, even if it's difficult. That would be Tim Soul. And that should have been for integrity. So hopefully that's what we got. I have a hard worker here. She always came and checked her answers. She took her time, did her work right, wanted to make sure she knew what she was doing. That would be Sarah Francis. Great student always in my math class would be Jahaziel Singayo. I have a swag student who is not here today, but that would be Alyssa McCorkle. And then last but not least for my awards, one last hardworking person for Keaton Golf.
This was really, really hard because they're all good students. They're all good in math. Whatever they say they're not. Uh, they really work hard. And no, it was really rough. It was. It's one of the hardest math classes you'll ever take. But when you do well, that means you have what it takes. The gold goes to Julie Robertson. Second place goes to Wilberly Quality. Third place goes to me. And the tag for athletes to and again, they were wonderful, wonderful students, and I think
Do the same thing and make sure that sorry about that. All right, in ninth grade Bible, which I'm going to just preface this and say I'm super proud of ninth grade and all the hard work you've put in. And just being able to read your assignments has just been such a huge blessing. And unfortunately, some of you will not fully understand what I'm talking about unless you read their assignments throughout the year, but you could see so much growth. And so I'm very proud of that. In first place, we have Maya Andrews. Maya have Teague Parsley. Get on up here. And third place, Ava Holly. Great work, guys. And then we have some brag tags to give out. Somebody that I always thought was a really, really kind person, but specifically to other people, is Samantha Retchingale. Samantha! Someone else that I always found very caring, always asking how I'm doing, is Cheyenne Lingerfeld, the Caring Award. As one of the soccer coaches, I felt like I had to do an athlete award just for somebody that's improved so much on and off the field, and that award goes to Micah Songer. Micah. And I particularly love this award, but for somebody that's just a huge influence in the classroom and out of it, that is TJ Kanini, future leader. Future leader. Give a big hand for all these guys up here. Great job, guys. Thank you. All right, for my 10th grade Bible, in first place, we have Noah Villanueva. In second place, Sarah Conder. Where'd she go? There she is. And third place, I promise I did not mean for this to rhyme, but Malia Ponder. Then we also have some brag tags to give out for somebody that's always a kind friend to everyone is Preston Sprouse. Preston Sprouse. Also, the athlete award, somebody that's improved on and off the field, is Keegan Hibbs. Wrong, other way, other way. So she's already up here. She's already up here, but I had to give this to her, especially because my day would not be a normal day if I didn't get a "What's up, Mr. Lucas?" from Sarah Conder, our Caring Award. Thank you, Sarah. And our Future Leader Award goes to Ainsley May. Really proud of you all. Give a big hand for all these wonderful students. Thank you guys so much.
All right, we'll go ahead and we'll get right to it. All right, I'm gonna start off with health and PE. So first one I have gold for health and PE. It's a girl. We're gonna go with Ava Hollick. Got the gold. Gold one for health and PE. It's a boy. We have Teague. That's a wrap for PE, for health and PE. So give these guys a round of applause. Short. It's short. It's a wrap. All right. So for U.S. history, gold, we have Melissa Cottrell. silver, Waverly. And then taking home the bronze, we have Sarah. There. Give these guys a round of applause. I got a few brag tags we want to hand out as well. So starting with the 9th grade, first one I got is for sportsmanship. So this young man, any game we played, always was a great sport. That's going to be CJ. Athletic award. I couldn't give it to myself, so I got to give it to a student. Jordan Fortner. Brag tags for, I'm gonna call up 11th grade as well with these guys. Brag tags for my 11th grade. I'm gonna start off with future leaders. This is like a co-MVP award for me. I got two that really kept the class organized. Any assignment, they were on it. Let's go with Caden and Caitlin. Caring award. This individual was probably late every day. I thought he was trying to skip class, but he was always out helping, whether it was picking up trash, holding the door open for somebody, doing all the little things that you ask of somebody. I'm going to go with Tim. Last one we have is Proud of You Award. This is a special one. This person gave me their word. Coach, I got you. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done. I was over there like, are you really? Uh, but they kept their word. Audrey Custer. Had me worried sometimes. Had me worried. Hey, give all these people a round of applause.
All right. Coach Dorsett might borrow him for about 15 seconds here because I need some folks to help me with the medals, and I picked 3 people to do that. Now, let me just say, these 3 people, there wasn't a single day that it went by where in my class I didn't say, shh, or stop it, or you sit over here and you sit over here. I mean, because they were talking off. But with all that being said, we had a project for them, and they did a mass production video of drug abuse prevention and awareness that was just outstanding. And it's something that I hope that can be shown more and more in school. Test. They did a wonderful job. So to present the medals here, I've got Miles Custer, Alejandro Romero Padilla, and Keegan Hibbs. Off the charts good. Like I said, parents and students alike would just benefit greatly from that. So hope you get to present it again next year, guys. So, all right. First, we are going to do our Latin 10A awards, and who would get a medal but is unable to be here, but she has moved to North Carolina, is Lori Sanchez Bonanno. Outstanding work all year. So the gold medal for Latin 1A is Cohen Allen. Right here. The silver medal goes to Mateo Colon. Very, very close, by the way. And the bronze medal then would go to Hannah Smith. Okay. All right. And in addition to that, someone, they won't even believe what little thing like this can mean. But not only were they one of the kindest students that I ran into all year long in school, they like to tell their professors and other students that just straight up said, "I love you." And I thought that was so awesome that I featured it in a video that I created for my church family. And so Sarah Condor, come out there. Sarah did very good in the class, but she also just a wonderful heart. So love that. And then for our Latin 1B, well, this was rather interesting because we just had some really good overall work. When I discovered there was a handful of students that were willing to do extra and go kind of fast, we created what was called accelerated option. And so 5 of them chose to do that. And that meant they had extra work, extra computer time, and translations and the like. So I'm going to announce these awards because with them being 5, there were 3 that tied for a gold medal with over 100 average, actually. So here we go. Gold medal goes to Caitlin Whitney, Sharon Reese, and Kevin Womack. Now, in addition to this, what was really cool, just to show you the beauty of our students here, it was probably not a test that didn't go by where I didn't have some little minor grammatical thing because I was just asked to take Latin a couple years ago. I had Greek and Hebrew in seminary. I had never taken Latin, so I'm having to learn and work. And so they would catch mistakes, and they were incredibly gracious. And sometimes they were catching better. And I'm really proud of them for that. Just shows you the kind of awesome students we have at school. Amen? Amen. All right. And so our silver goes to Noah Villanueva and bronze to Lily Osborne. Now, in addition to that, we have a rock solid award here that goes to Jahaziel Singayo because he also got a high A in the class here. And then 4 others that did very well in the class overall were as follows. Keaton Goff, Linnea Harris, Malia Ponder, and Brandon Rushingale. And then the servant heart, which also could have been a hard work award because I remember the first couple of weeks that we did Latin, it was a little bit tough for this student, and they were willing to put in more work at the same one, and they were consistently getting a very solid score. But he's also really one of the kindest young men that we have on this campus, and that is Ashton Dunn. All right, thank you all very much. And I'll go ahead and call for the 11th grade this time. And okay. All right. So for our Latin 2 class, and this is almost the same, these first 2 were really, really neck and neck here, but both consistently would ace their test, and then they would, again, quietly say, Mr. Paddock, I think you made a conjugation error here, or I think you made a on the sentence. And so they were just wonderful about that. But they are as follows. Gold medal, Waverly Kennedy. Very, very close silver, also with a high A average, Alyssa Cottrell. And our bronze goes to Alyssa McCorkle. Okay, and for our tags here, some student achievement for really solid grade and good work overall in the class. Haley Cron, Sarah Francis, and I'm gonna say a funny one on this guy because one day he showed up to class. He goes, "I forgot we had a test." And so it was a struggle for him all that particular week. And then the very next time I gave a test, he absolutely aced it because he was upset. That just showed his hard work and a very good, solid A score. And that is Drew Robinson. So, a big jump award. Someone who also, I would say that Latin may have been their least favorite subject early on, and it was a little bit of struggle. And then the very last test, which you could argue was probably the toughest test we had all year long, got an A, worked hard, really proud of that work, and that is Isaac Adams. And finally here, Student Servant Award. We have honored it before, but when someone is so courtesy that they will run 50 feet to just open the door for you, that speaks volumes of their heart. But he was also leading the way to make sure our class was kind, respectful, and got things done clean. Can't say enough about him, Tim. So
Thank you. Sorry. And for the silver, we've got Alyssa. And for the bronze, we have Hannah D. Certificate. And I've loved it. Thank you so much for including me and be a part of your lives right here. And come see me soon.
All right. All right. So this has the past 2 years. This has been my favorite group of juvenile delights, delightful student, juvenile delights. Um, so if parents, if you looked at their grade books, you'll understand why I'm doing this way. Um, y'all did great, all aces. And I'm going to say from the beginning that I also completely forgot about brag tags. So they're probably going to go home today with brag post-its. Like we have most parties, probably to say you knew, most likely to nap, most sarcastic. There's a lot that we can do here. There's a lot of directions we can go. But instead of finishing the year on an academic note, I gave them one final paper, and I gave them a list of criteria, a list of scripture, and said, look among your peers, look among people in your class, and who best exemplifies Christ, who best shows Christ throughout their day. I said, you can come into my class and fool me for 45 minutes a day, but outside of my view, outside of the view of the other teachers, best shows Christ to the people around. By an absolute landslide. Um, I was not surprised by this at all. Yeah. Tell me not to cry. Second place, Jazz. Bronze, Caitlin.
Okay, they put me at the end because they know I'm too much. I can get Ainsley if you'll come and help me put the medallions here, please. So we got 10 minutes. I'm at the end. I only have 2 classes, but that's like 60 students. And one of the hard things about this for me is I love this and hate this because I don't believe that everybody should get an award unless they've earned it. But at the same time, I feel like everybody needs to have positivity and encouragement in their life. So if you got passed up today, that's like a heartburn on all of us as a staff. We love every one of you. And that's why I have like 20 brag tags to give out. So we got to get moving here. But it's been an honor to serve this student body. I taught 9th grade world geography and American government, so the civics course. And so that's where I'm going to start with for my awards. My third place for world geography was Jazz Brown. She came in. And then second place was TJ. And then my first place was Ava Holly. All right, then as I said with the brag tags, these are things that I've just thought through with the class, and I wish I could again have time to give to everyone, but these are the ones that the most stood out to me. So I have one that's called "My Teacher Believes in Me." This is one that I wish the student would believe more in themselves. So I'm hoping this will encourage them that I believe in them. That's Ace Anderson. A student that had the best world geography project I've ever seen in my 16 years of teaching for the creative and artistic is Maya Andrews. For monster improvement, this student started by sleeping on my desks and when I came to class, and then now regularly in class, even today when we were doing the promotion day, they had a positive comment about an intellectual conversation and challenging. So the monster improvement for me is Malachi Plant. Yes, sir. Okay, for next one, this is a kind friend. This is a friend that I would like to have. That's Jordan Fortner. Next is a person that is known to me for their boldness. I selected them before they actually got a yellow card in a soccer game for coming to the defense of my son. My Be Bold for this class is Lucas Sharon. Got him. The caring award for my class could have gone to several people, but probably the one that stands out the most to me in this category is CJ Smith. Somebody that spots growth. Nobody passed this one out. I think it's because it has a sleigh leopard print. But spotted growth and improvement for behavior is Micah Songer. And then and and then for somebody that was helping me regularly in class, this also comes with a apostolic gift card for coffee because they helped me so much. My classroom helper is Ava Holly as well. All right, let's give them a round of applause. Okay, for world history, I will get into the medallions. For third place for world history is Kevin Womack. Second place for world history was Sharon Reese. And first place is Jahaziel Singayo. On my brag tags, a person that I appreciated his boldness, and I think we need to have more of it. That's Cohen. For my creative, or I'm sorry, a future leader for this group is Miles Custer. For the pause, which stands for positive attitudes will succeed, is Sharon Reese. Sharon Reese. For someone that I think deserves the again the spotted leopard sleigh print here, spotted growth and improvement for behavior is Alejandro. Yes, sir. With that, also I have the creative artistic brag tag goes to the best presentation, PowerPoint presentation, where they actually took crash course videos we were watching and turned it into their own. That is Kevin Womack. With my academic all-star, someone that was just like a fellow nerd the whole way with me, hung in there for every lecture and even corrected me on a few things. That is Caitlin Whitney. Future leader out of this group as well is Keegan Hibbs. Yep. Someone that is known for their kindness. I really think everybody would agree with this in this group, and I did give a few along this line. But Josiah Dre. Sir. The caring award for me goes to someone that was probably the most welcoming students every day, 10th grade, to his fellow students and to me, always saying, Mr. Harden, are you having a hardened day? And we would agree together that he was having a Dummit day. That's Ashton Dummit. For monster improvement, I'd like to say this is about academics, but it's not. It's more about, there's been a lot of students that have gone through a lot of things. This person has shown me that multiple students kept fighting at this point, is continuing to keep fighting. For good or for bad, this person is a monster improvement to me and where they were and where they are now, and that is a Via China. I am down to just one more, and that is my principal award. This person is probably holistically represents what NAC is about. my perspective, how they treat the students, how they view the culture of their school, and that also comes with the gift. All right, you guys can have a seat. Let's give them a hand. We're at the bell. I do have just a few more real quick ones that I want to give away. As you can see, when I talk to the world history class and my world geography class, I talk about how I'm a nerd, which is a combo of a geek and a nerd. So this year, I thought to be more intentional, I would give an award in each class to my fellow nerd. Okay, so the person that is most interested in history, like me, the person that is a fellow traveler in world geography. So with ninth grade, I've got a little trophy that's been sitting in all of my wherever I've gone, and I'm going. I actually love this thing very much. I consider it also a weapon, so please be careful if you get this. My fellow traveler in world geography, my fellow GERD is TJ Canini. Take care of it. And then for world history, you deal with artifacts and stuff. I received this not, a while back. It's a replica of the Indiana Jones cap. It's been sitting in all of my offices where I've traveled. And so my fellow GERD in world history is J Boss. While I'm up here, this is embarrassing because I'm super unorganized because it's Tuesday. I forgot a future leader, and I cannot forget that future leader. I'm so sorry. Let's give them a round of applause real quick. Okay, two last things, and we are done. We have started a fine arts program, as most of you know, and it's hard to start fine arts programs. And we had an amazing show that was laws that took place. And there's a student here that I think represents our fine arts program. Someone that's behind the scenes, quiet, not demanding, but did an amazing job, and I would say surprised herself. Someone actually donated. What was it? Someone actually donated like classic dolls with Wizard of Oz, and so to represent the success and the appreciation, administration of the success of our arts program, I am going to award this to our Dorothy Hannah Dion. Okay, before we pray, I've got one last thing. None of this would have happened if it hadn't been for a staff member that loves you way more than they get credit for, who loves you in an inspiring way. Most of you already know who this is. Like, you could see the spreadsheet that was created to make sure as many students got brag tags. The person that came up with the concept of brag tags, the person that organized the brag tags till like 9 o'clock last night, getting them all the way from Educare all the way up to you. Someone that I love dearly. So I got a book for her until unity because she reminds me of the promise that in the prayer of Jesus that we fight for unity as Christians, and that we've had our fights and we have had our successes, and someone I'm very grateful for, and I think you are too. I also found one of her pencils that she bought 900 of this year for her students, and I'm also gifting her one of her pencils back as well. Miss Ann Lundy. All right, let's go to the Lord in prayer, and then we'll head down to our lunchtime. Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this day and the season of life you've given us. I pray that you be glorified by what we've done here today. Before they go into summer, for those who are, yes, Lord, give them affection where they go, give them good friends and good activity, Lord, give them a host of healing connection of church, community. Lord, those who are remaining, let them be wise with their summer and their time. Let them come back to us ready. In Jesus' precious name, amen. Love you guys. You are dismissed.